Okay, so I've put cocoa nibs in the little blender. And I'm trying to make a really fine powder. Okay, it's slowing down, so I guess I'm gonna add all my other ingredients into my blender. Okay, so I've learned something. The longer you grind it, the more like moisture it pulls out. And so I'm having to like dig. I could get a spoon, but I'm all about the hands and the feet. So I'm digging out this kind of like moist, like the moist bits, because yeah. So we have like that much. I don't know, half a cup-ish. So next I'm going to add like, I think I'm gonna start with like four bigger dates, and cut those up, and then cut up my avocado and spoon out some coconut oil. So because they're so sticky and like kind of big, I'm gonna cut each of them in half, just to give the blender a little bit more mercy. Okay, so I tried to blend just my avocado in the blender, and the blender got very mad and got very scary. So I'm gonna heat up some coconut oil, put it in the avocado to act like a water, you know, to loosen it up, and then I think I'm gonna blend those two things together. I can't cook without music or like a TV show in the back. Right now I'm listening to Blondie, Heart of Glass. So I have my dates cut, I have my chocolate pieces all ground up. I have some coconut sugar that I think I'm going to use. I have avocado, and my oil is almost done melting. Also, I added cinnamon to my oil to kind of get cinnamon, like I only wanted a little bit of cinnamon, but I wanted the oil to like get all the flavor of it. Yeah. Okay, now I have changed from this big ass blender. Like it's a very big volume for how much like I have, so I'm changing it to just a normal food processor, which will make it a little more chunky, but I'd rather have chunky than like scare me half to death every time I turn on my blender. Also, so now that I'm not using the blender, I have decided just to pour everything into the food processor, because food processors, in my experience, take things like better than blenders do. I'm excited. Although like it looks fine, like the consistency is fine, it needs something else. Okay, so I've changed one more thing. I thought that I could handle, and I wanted to handle, just the sweetness of dates. But because I can't do that yet, and I'm just getting myself into vegan and like all natural flavors, I know it's super processed, but I'm going to use my coconut palm sugar. And I put some coconut cream because, you know what, isn't there such thing as like milk chocolate, like puddings, or like, you know, you make a Jello pack and like you put milk in it sometimes, you know, for like banana pudding and stuff. I guess puddings, Jello's no milk, but in pudding, use cream and stuff. So I can't get in trouble for this one. Okay, I'm gonna blend it up. So what I just learned is that ridiculously overripe avocado does have a taste. Like, it's not the worst, but it doesn't taste right. And my food processor makes the dates not as, like, creamy, and you can taste the dates and chew on the dates, and I really don't like dates that much. Like, raw. But I'll cook them to use as a sweetener, which I like a lot, but there's just a lot of flavor. Without the avocado, it'd be wonderful. Even with the date pieces. That's my conclusion. Okay, so I just realized it's like half an hour later, and I just realized that I didn't show you my final project. So I have a jar of poo. I have a jar of really gross looking, really wonderful tasting pudding. I was gonna make more so I could fill the jar and it wouldn't look so bad. But if my family doesn't like it, I don't want to have like an abundance of it. So I have my little jar of pudding. This is the final thing. It's a pretty fine consistency. Fine as in like okay, not as in like creamy and fine, but it'll do. It'll be, if no one else likes it, it'll be my treat. So that's all I have. That's my vegan chocolate pudding with very little actual sugar other than the coconut sugar, and there was on the package of the cocoa nibs and on the coconut coconut creamer, it has like one, and then they tell you about like the monster, like the little like bigger than like the number, so it's like a little bit more than 1 gram of sugar per serving in the coconut milk. The chocolate itself had no like sugar because it was just cocoa nibs. So I probably have 2 grams of coconut milk